Coach, if you start us off opening statement, thoughts on the game?
Yeah, no, another high-level baseball game. Congratulations to Niagara. They gave us everything we could handle. They got a great team. We knew that going into it. One of the top offenses in the country. They've won a lot of games for a reason, and they played a great game. And proud of our guys for how they stayed in the fight after we got punched early in that game, and just stayed relentless throughout and made enough pitches and enough plays to win.
Questions?
Coach, do you think you guys came out with enough energy early, or was it more about the punch that they threw to you guys first?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard to really, I guess, figure out what it was because, I mean, their pitcher came out, went 3 up, 3 down, and obviously they punched us, right in the mouth early, and it's not like Mason wasn't ready to pitch. I mean, that wasn't the case. I mean, it was just they were ready to hit, had a leadoff base runner, and they were ready to swing, and they got rewarded for it. But what Mason did is he settled in and gave us a shot to only use 2 arms today and let our offense kind of settle in. So, I thought the Sanderson swing obviously was a big one to spark us. But, yeah, I mean, it appears that way when you go 3 up, 3 down, and you give up a 3 spot. But, I don't think it certainly wasn't from a mentality standpoint. We were ready to rock.
Mason, from your perspective, did you feel like you had all your pitches right away, or was there something that kind of clicked for you as the game went on?
Yeah, I feel great coming into the game. Prep, warm up, everything felt great on the mound. Kind of just made a mistake there in the first inning, but I mean it's a long game of baseball. There's 9 full innings, so just trying to come back and compete. And I know my guys got me, and I got them. So,
Case, how much of a jolt do you think that your home run provided in terms of just bringing energy to the dugout and cutting into that deficit?
Yeah, I thought it was a big swing on my part. We had guys on the base getting in front of me, and that was big for them, giving me momentum to go into that at-bat, and just allowing me to be in that spot, and having them trusting me in that process they have for me. And, just having me, have a good swing, being present in the moment and just taking a good hack at it.
What did you see on that swing?
I felt like it was a great swing. I was through it, and, I thought it was a maybe 50-50 ball. Thought maybe the wind maybe gave it a little jolt, but, overall it came our way. So.
Fastball, what was that?
It was fastball.
Coach, well, at the start of that inning, you had a leadoff man on, which was the first of the tournament so far for you guys. You go 5 for 9 on leadoff hitters after 0 for 9 yesterday. How does that change things for you?
A lot. That was the first one, and we got even with a fastball. First couple of innings, we were, their left-hander he had good angle on the heater. He was, pretty firm, and he hadn't given up a lot of hits going into it. He hadn't thrown a whole lot, but he hadn't given up a lot of hits. So, DC getting even with a fastball sparked us, and I believe we hit for the cycle to lead off innings the rest of that game. A triple, home run, double, and a single the rest of that game. So, again, hitting's contagious, and just obviously if we can get the leadoff hitters on, we put pressure on them with our run game and our ability to bunt and do some different things. We get some more fastballs for our guys and have a chance to drive some balls out of the park.
Will, in this regional format, was there any thought about starting anyone other than Mason?
No. There wasn't, no, because you can't look ahead. I mean, you just can't, because especially as much respect as we had for Niagara and their offense. They put up a bunch of runs yesterday on some pretty good arms for Oklahoma State, and ballpark was a little more offensive today too. But no, never a thought. Mason was our guy to give us the best chance to win, and we don't win that game if he doesn't stay in the fight for us and get us some length. That's what a big horse like him, that's what he can do when he doesn't necessarily get off to the best start. You look up and it's 1 walk, 10 punch-outs. If he gives any freebies whatsoever throughout that game, probably gets a little more sideways than it did. So, no, never a thought.
How do you assess your pitching tomorrow? I mean, you mentioned a couple more
Yeah.
arms used today for what could potentially be a long day Sunday.
Yeah, I mean, four arms in 2 games. I mean, that's what you got to have. So, we'll talk about who we're going to start tomorrow. But we feel like we still got a bunch of guys that are rested and ready.
Mason, back-to-back games that you've had double-digit strikeouts. Anything in particular that you think has allowed you to hit your stride this time of year?
I'm really just trying to trust my stuff, and then credit to Josh Karen behind the plate. I mean, me personally, I think he's one of the best defensive catchers in the country. He makes me look even better than maybe I am. Who knows? But no, really just trying to attack the zone, throw multiple pitches for a strike, and get hitters off their feet.
Mason, kind of what was the mentality when you get punched early, but kind of as Coach Bolt just said, stayed in the fight and productive 6 innings?
Mm-hmm. I have full trust and confidence in our offense. I mean, we're a very resilient team, very tough, and I understand baseball is a long game. You can't ride the highs, you can't ride the lows. You guys stay even keel. So that was kind of the main message throughout the entire game today, and just go inning by inning and try and get each out and each pitch and focus on each one.
Coach, there's a lot of talk, I think, around this time of year about pitching, the deeper you get into a regional like this one. But you also have to have the run support, too. How big is what Gabe is providing for you guys these last couple of games?
It's he's unconscious at the plate. I mean, you got to have everybody's got good stuff this time of year, so the big hit can be elusive at times. I mean, there's guys that have wipeout stuff on the mound, so you got to have slug. You got to have the ability to hit doubles and homers and drive runners in from first and have yourself in scoring position when you're in the batter's box. That's what the better teams have. So that's what he's provided us this postseason, and you've seen our ability to have some cricket numbers because of that. But I mean, he's just been consistently on the barrel hitting fastballs, sliders, and changeups, all the pitches, all parts of the park. It's been really, really impressive what Gabe Swanson's doing.
Talk about this team, how resilient it is too.
Yeah.
The way that yesterday's game went was what was the approach and kind of shifting that one off? Was it easier because you guys played well? Was it tougher because of the stakes? How did you guys bounce back from that?
Like we have all year. I mean, there's just not a whole lot to make of it because you can't have your feelings involved in baseball. It just doesn't allow for that. So you just kind of stop thinking about it. You just say, let's go compete, let's go fight. Let's not make it more than you don't want to look at the big picture and say, oh, we got to win X amount of games, because we certainly didn't do that last week on our championship run. And it's just let's take the next one and play a great game. But yeah, we played a great game yesterday. Just came out on the wrong side of it against a really good Florida team. And we showed up today and didn't get off to a great start, but that's why you play 9 innings. And we were really, really tough throughout that game.
To Mason and Case, to piggyback off that, and 6-0 and do or die games this postseason, how do you keep that approach? How do you keep doing it?
I really think just trying to stay tough and just trying to focus on each pitch and each inning. I mean, like we've said, baseball's a long game, and we understand that our backs are against the wall, but this team's very tough. We've got a great group of guys that stay present in the moment, very resilient, and at the end of the day, it's just stay in the moment and win each pitch.
Yeah, just what Max said, staying present in the moment and not worrying about what happened in the past or what's to come, just staying in that present time and just trusting your ability and what God's given you, and just be trusting what the team and trust the guys around you, just be there for them and, just put it all out there and, sacrifice for each other.
I guess real quick on Worthley, what was he able to provide? Why was he so effective today?
Yeah, I mean, I thought his fastball velo was great today. He threw a ton of strikes. A couple of big plays, especially I think it was the 8th inning, the line drive that Overbeat caught. Thought that was a big play there, but he didn't give him anything, no freebies. So made him earn it. They were swinging early in the count, and he had 3 pitches going, and their 3-0 hitter obviously had to come to the plate in the 9th inning and make it interesting, but executed 3 great sliders and finished it off. Really excellent outing by him.
Anything else? Thank you very much.